Hi everyone and welcome back to Pilates Down Under. So we're going to do an express class with weights. We're going to focus on glutes and thighs. And all you really need is a set of light weights. I'm doing 1.5 kilos, so really light for me this morning. We're going to start with standing, rolling those shoulders back, focusing on drawing the belly button and growing nice and tall. Hands by your side as we start warming up. We're just doing some simple squats. So pretend you're sitting back on a chair, chin up to the horizon, and when you're ready, you may decide that you want to add some bicep curls or hammer curls. So we bring it down and we're up. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you come down. Let's go for 4, 3, and then we're going to add on to this move as we come in, up, back, and down. So really adding some shoulder mobility to this exercise. 4 more. Keep yourself deep. Just 2 more. And last one. Great job. Keep those hand weights with you. Do some simple calf raises as we rise and come down. So really working the back of the legs. Most importantly, drawing that belly button in and chin up. We have 4. Now you can stay here if you want and just do the calf raises, or you can join me and do some simple lat raises. Let's work the shoulders today. Why just work glutes and thighs when we can add a little bit of a third dimension to the exercises? 3, 2, and your last one. Excellent, roll those shoulders back. We're going to start off with lunges. So we're going to take the right leg back, creating that triangle underneath you. Back heel up as we lower and we lift. So we really try to maintain that right angle of the knee so it floats just underneath the hip. So we've got 4, 3, no arms yet, as we introduce the tap forward and come back down. Forward and back down. Now we need to pick up the pace here as we gain some cardio work with this exercise, building up the heart rate and warmth. So from here I'm going to add a knee raise to this. Arms are still by my side. I might take them to a right angle. 4, and reintroduce the hammer curl. Now the leg that's loaded is starting to burn. We got 4, 3, 2, then I'd like you to stay down there and hold the pulses. Arms up, hold those weights to your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, big step forward. Shake it out. Great job. Let's take it over to the other side. Create the triangle, the pyramid, heel up nice and high, and we take it down and up. Nice and easy. Hands by your side. 3, 2, and when you're ready, tap it forward. Really sink into it. Looking straight ahead. Draw your attention to the glute that's firing up. That should feel like a really hot soup. It is going to sizzle. When you're ready, arms in 90 degrees as we lift the knee and lower it down. That's it. Let's go for 4, 3, and if you like, add the bicep curls. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, excellent. Roll back the shoulders. Let's get into some juiciness. Toes out into a plie position. Make sure you're nice and centered. Hand weights ready to go. As we come down, we cross the arms over and we come back up and we pull up, okay? So it's a nice wide squat. Working the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades. So we've got a few of these to go. Really focus on squeezing those glutes. Push against the ground as you come up. And breathe. Let's go for 4. Whew. 3, watch the change. 2, I raise one heel off the mat. Last one, everyone, let's go. Raise one heel up and keep the arms going. You've only got a few. I want you to sink in deeper. Don't swing the arms out in front. It's a controlled movement. 2, continue, over onto the other side. Bring it up. It feels good to create this heat. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Like you've got a $100 note in between them, and as you come up, you just want to hold on to it. 3, 2, last one, and bring it down, and finish it off. Bring those knees in a little closer, so hips, knees all in alignment. We're going to go back into the simple squat. But as we do that, we're going to raise one knee, then bring it down. And we're going to alternate it. And as we do so, we're going to raise the arms forward and pull them back. So when you're ready, let's go. Come down further this time. You're warm and ready. Squeeze the glute. Lift the weights. Engage your core. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it down here. Hold it for 5, really reach, sit it back. 3, 2, 1, pull it back, roll back the shoulders. Okay, as we stay standing and drawing our belly in, we're going to raise one hand, reach it up to the ceiling and bring it down. So just one arm shoulder press. And as you do that, I want you to lift the calf raise and then lower into that squat. Lift and then lower. Lift and then lower. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and then we transition over to the other side. Last one. Reach. Can we come down a little bit further? Can we shift that weight back a little bit more? Almost like you're drilling your knees forward and your hips back. Reach. Last lot. Then you do both arms. Let's go. Up, reach. Come down. Be nice and strong. Only a few more. You do what you can. You rest when you need to rest. Last one. Great job. Roll it back. Loose your weights. Keep them nice and close. We're rolling down into a quadruped position. And what I'd like you to do is take one weight and wedge it in between the calf and the back of the leg. And as you squeeze that, you will feel an immediate activation of the hamstring. Now we're in a quadruped, so I need you to draw your elbows towards your thighs, pick up your head, pick up the belly. Most important. And from here, you're going to give me some simple donkey kicks. So take it out and bring it in. Now we're going to try not to roll over to one side. Instead, we're going to try to distribute the weight evenly. The leg doesn't have to come up too high because I don't want you to borrow any range of movement from your lower back. Your QL will not like that at all. 4, 3, 2, let's take it up a notch. Hold it up there and float the opposite arm out in front and then give me some pulses. Pushing the foot up to the ceiling. Let's go for 5, 4, push against the ground, 3, 2, you've got this, and 1, and lower it down. Go into your child's pose, and as you do that, swap the weight over to the other side. Give yourself a nice stretch. Why do it once when we can do it twice? So let's come up, pick up the belly, drill the ribs in, so don't let your ribs flare out, okay, as you sink in. Knit them together, draw the belly in, drill the elbows towards the thighs, start activating the back of the leg, balance that weight as we come up and down. Really focus on this movement. That hip, we do an extension and a flexion to a point. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, hold it up there. Let's lift the opposite arm and pulse it up. Really feel that burn. Almost like you're shaking someone's hand, pick up their head, don't let your head hang up off your spine like something not important. 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Go into your stretch, and that should feel really good. Okay, the sweat is starting to accumulate here in Australia. It's a bit warm. Okay, let's go back into your quadruped position. We're going to lower the left elbow down, and the right arm is slightly bent. And from here, we're going to do some really nice hip circles. So we're going to create nice big circles with our knees, almost like we're painting circles on the wall. So we keep them big, we keep them consistent. Now, if your circles are not that big, it doesn't matter. We just really want that movement. And when you finish going into one direction for as long as you can or feel comfortable with, we go in the opposite direction. So we don't count our way through this. Sometimes your hips will click, and mainly I guess it's due to bone structure. So you do the best you can with this movement, but hip mobility is very, very important. So let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Take it back up. I'm going to be facing away, so I'm going to lower my right elbow down. And I'm going to continue those circles on the opposite leg. Keep them consistent, as in size. Really feel that femur move in that hip socket. When you've done enough here, go into the opposite direction. It's going to start to burn, it's going to start to pinch. All that's happening is you're moving in a different modality. And so it just feels different too. And when you finish your last lock, bring it down. Now thread your knees through your arms as we go into some bridges. Keep your weights nice and close. As you lower it down, really draw your attention to your abdominals, your torso, and start drawing that belly button in, but keeping that neutral spine, so the natural arch of your lower back. Picking up the weights, we're just going to start off with a shoulder press, so we bring it up, or a chest press, sorry. Take it up and down. And as we do this, we draw our attention to our feet as they start to press into the mat and fire up the hamstrings in preparation for a shoulder bridge. There's always a catch. We don't ever kind of stay in one exercise for too long without adding another exercise. So in this instance, we're adding a shoulder bridge. And I'm sure you saw this coming. As we squeeze and we lift and we reach and we lengthen, let's also work the posterior chain. Squeeze the glutes. There should be no pain in the lower back. Feel the firing up of the hamstrings. We've got 4, 3, and then you're going to hold it up there. 2, and you'll keep the arms going. So hold it here. Keep the chest press going. Open up the collarbone as you lower. You're working your interior deltoids, the front of your shoulders, along with your chest, your pecs. 3, 2, and hold them up there. I've turned it over into a hammer curl just for me. I feel a little bit more comfortable with this. And as I do this, I'm going to lift one leg up and lower it down. So I shift the weight over to the opposite side, making sure my hips don't drop over to one side. So it's almost just like you're marching. Those weights will be good because it kind of keeps you stable, but also working on a bit more balance. Don't let the hips drop, squeeze those glutes, shift the level of power to the foot that is on the ground, your stabilizing leg. We have 4, 3, 2, last one, and we lower it down. Place the weights down, and you might just want to shift your knees side to side for a little bit of release and relief. Pilates is almost like going onto the dark side, I think. If it's your first time, it is not as what you imagine. It's really functional movement and building strength from the inside out. From here, holding on to your weights, we'll keep that by your side. I want you to extend one leg up, so let's make this the right leg. And we're going to push the supporting leg against the ground as we lift and we lower. So really firing up that glute. The leg that's facing the ceiling stays exactly where it is as you maintain a level hip balance. So both hips come up at the same time. One isn't swaying over to one side or dipping. 2. Last one. Then please hold that leg up, and I just want you to lower it down, float it above the mat, and then bring it up. Your supporting leg is going to start to sizzle. We don't do many. It's all about control and movement. This is your last one. And then we lower it down and bring the foot back on the mat. Not so bad, hey? So let's extend the opposite leg up to the ceiling. The supporting leg will now push against the mat as you lift and you lower. Relax your shoulders, your elbows, your hands. Focus on the supporting leg and how good that feels. Told you Pilates was dark. We enjoy the pain. 2. Last one. As we hold it up there and we float it down and we bring it back up. So it's not a kick, it's not a swing, it's literally a float up and a lower. Fully controlled as the supporting leg is keeping you up. Last 2. And we lower both knees in. Great job. Do what you need to do to stretch that out. And then we're onto our side for some one-arm push-ups. So drop your knees towards me, coming up onto the side. Your weights can stay where they are. They won't suffer by just sitting there. Extend the top leg. As you lower yourself down, the hand underneath is now holding onto your shoulder. The top arm is in front of you. And all we're doing is lifting and coming down. Now the extended leg just stays there. You can do this exercise with both knees together if that's what suits you. But we're really working those triceps and our obliques as we come up. So draw the belly button in, pretend you're in between two panes of glass as you lift and you come up. Now if you want to pick it up a bit, you can float the top leg up. And that pinches into your glute mids. 3, 2, maybe let's do another 2. 1. And last one, lower it down, lower the leg, tap it out. And flip it over to the other side, please. Quickly do my shoelaces. Before someone trips, and that person will probably be me. Top hand lowers down as you hold on to the opposite shoulder. That's the bottom arm, and the top arm is down in front. Extend the top leg as we move up and down for 1 arm push-ups. So we're really channeling this into our triceps, little muscle at the back of the arms. And if you feel comfortable, float that top leg up as you come down. So we really want to add the connection to the rib and the hip and lengthening on the other side. So let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one. Bend the knees, tap it out, and now we're on to a high kneeling position. As we roll those shoulders back, drawing it in. You might want to just grab those weights if they're close. As those weights hang by the side, you're going to draw that belly button in as we do falling tree. So you draw it all in as we lower it back, lengthening at the front and the back, and we come down. So there's no hyperextending of the back. You're going to really feel this in the front of the legs and your core as it braces you to come up and down without falling. Okay. Now if you feel comfortable, bring those arms out in front and bring it up. We've only got a few more. I tend to say that a lot, and a few ends up being a little bit more than a few. 2, and last one. Oh, that's excellent. Hands on the ground, curl those toes under, take your weights with you. As you are in a mountain position or a ball position. From here, we're going to go straight into a standing back into a tuck. So we come up and we tuck back down. Now it doesn't stop here. We will add the weights. So we bring the arms up and we bring them down. So nice wide arm extensions. Bring it up. We really want that fold as we come down. We want the strength as we come up. As we float the arms up and then draw them all into the midline. 2 and 1. Staying in this position, you can keep the hands nice or the weights close. I want you to slowly peel up, lengthening the back of the legs and pedaling it out on each side, loosening up any tension in the lower back. 4, 3, 2, last one. As we peel up, grab those weights. We're going to go down into a squat. This is the last exercise, by the way. Bring it down, sit it back, elbows in, and we're just going to push it back into tricep extensions. Let's go. Push it back, keep the elbows in. Extend. Don't let your head hang off your spine. Keep it level. We've got 10, 9, 8, sink down a little bit more if you can, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and we roll it up. Roll those shoulders back. Take a deep breath in and then out. Weights to your chest as you hinge it forward, lengthening your back, your posterior chain, and the back of the legs. And we hinge up. And I'd like to say thank you for joining. Have a great day, evening, morning, whatever time it is, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.